Hello everyone, I'm Steve, Mark's around. Say hi, Mark.
Hey everybody!
And this is Smokey Steve and Mark. Either welcome or welcome back. And happy Saturday. It is the weekend, so we know what that means. 8 o'clock coffee, A2 brand creamer, sweet cream flavored, Splenda, and that's it. Pretty good. It's a little late in the day for coffee, but my parents came by today for a little bit of a visit, and they gave me a treat I will show you later. So I hope everyone is well, everyone is safe, look after yourselves, people you care about. These are interesting times in which we live. So, we're going to catch up today with our fair lady, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty, Big Beautiful Me, the Daily Chantal, Chantopoulos, and Foodie Beauty again. Now, where we left off last week, my interpretation, was that she was throwing out things left and right to dodge the popular discussion about her being a complete racist. She threw out a weight loss journey, non-weight loss journey thing that was about 36 hours long. She struck a couple channels, all different directions. So the theme was people are mad at her or annoyed at her, but I think she was hoping they'd forget about which thing they were mad about, possibly. So that was going on. So that pretty much occupied the whole week. This week, it seems as though maybe we are laying low. She took a few days off. The content was not volatile. I went hunting. I couldn't find too much on other platforms. I looked at the community board. Not much going there. Nothing too controversial. So we'll see what she got. There was a couple things I took exception to that she said this week about mental health and a couple other things. But you know, we'll see as we go. So the first video since we left off. Extra large pepperoni pizza and hot wings mukbang. So, long cat intro. Very long. Her cats are very cute. My cat is very cute. I did not occupy the first 2 minutes of this video with my cat. Just because. But, I mean, it beats the greasy apologies. Last week there was 3 of those about not being a bigot, and each one was undone by something shortly after. They got pizza, which looks okay. It's like fast food pizza. I didn't know if they had maybe had some edibles or something first. And then I kind of thought, like, is that even worth mentioning? Like, if they were sitting there each with a glass of wine, would I bring it up? If they were imbibing such to the point that their behavior was a little silly, then maybe it's worth bringing up. But at any rate, no stigma on that. It's legal in Canada and they're both adults. So, she asked what kind of drink she got when the food came, and it was a Sprite, and she was very unhappy. She raised her voice. Not in seriousness, but I wouldn't want to get between her and the kind of food she wants to eat.
No way!
She's very passionate about her food. Aside from the idea that don't get between a fat woman and her food. She's just very passionate about her food. So, she gets 5 dipping sauces with the pizza. Now, I know this looks mukbangy and gross, probably, but I'm gonna stand in defense of that myself. I'm the kind of person that if I go to a restaurant sometimes, I will order a cup of soup or a salad, and then get an entire appetizer sampler as my entree. Because I don't want, like, meat, potato, vegetable, who cares? I want fried everything. And I like having a variety of dipping sauces. I like having marinara and sour cream and blue cheese and maybe a zesty some sort of sauce, and then salsa wouldn't be bad if there's quesadillas. Like anything and everything. It's fun. It's fun to dip and pick and play and all that kind of thing. So, I'm not mad at her for that. I do the same thing myself. Yeah, it's a bit over the top, but I approve. Now she does, she has a new microphone, she said, stuck to a bag of peaches. And the microphone is catching a little bit more than the other ones. And she mentions, which I hadn't thought of since almost last year, her jaw clicks. Doesn't seem like a big deal. She said it used to click when she ate bread. And the last time I remember hearing her jaw click, and it being noted, was YouTube Underground, Yaba, who, if you're watching this, you probably know who she is. She does reactions, reviews, lives, and Chantal comes up a lot. And she had done a reaction when Chantal did a Halloween video where she was wearing a pink wig and ate a cheese board that was cut up like the cheese was supposed to look like, you know, tombstones in a cemetery. And Chantal's jaw, it was clicking the entire video. It was a very odd video. She had a very cheap pink wig and talked about the Heaven's Gate cult, you know, the mass thing with the cult and all that kind of stuff. And she shared that over cheese. It was very, very different, and the clicking was abundant. So it just brought me back to fuzzier Chantal memories, I guess. She does have a few channel announcements she wants to make. She's taking a few days off, 27th through the 30th. So she won't be working on YouTube during that time. I don't know if I've noticed this, not that the 27th through the 30th has to do with it, but some of the larger channels, I guess if you're your own boss, and if you work for YouTube, well, if you're a contractor or whatever, if you have a channel, you're kind of your own boss. You set the schedule. If you want to take days off or time off, you do that on your own. It seems like some of the bigger creators I know who don't post like every day, after payday, like after the 21st, I think they take a few days here and there to maybe take some time off. And if you're filming hardcore, I mean, you do. If it's your full-time gig, I guess you would need a little time to yourself. So that's what she's doing. She's taking a little time off to prepare for Vlogtober, which she's going to do this year, she says. I don't think she will. Not that she won't try, not that she won't start, not that she won't prepare, not that there won't be probably a few really good ones, but October is a very long time. in Chantal time. 30 days has September, April. 31 days is a very long time for her. I don't think she has bad intentions. I don't think she plans on not doing it. I think she plans on doing it. I don't think she will, though. And I'll watch every one of them and like them, because the content she wants to put out is like costumes, pumpkin patches, haunted locations, a Ouija board, be careful, road trips, recipes, all that kind of fun stuff, which is I'll be about. I like fall. I'm a very basic bitch. I love fall. So that's right up my alley for that kind of thing. So she's going to take those 3 days to prep and make sure everything is okay and do the final touches, whatever that means. And there was discussion of Pete's dressing up as a character from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which surprised me not at all. So, on a side note, Pete's didn't like the pizza too much, even though Chantal said it was kind of the only one he would eat. And then Chantal, waxed philosophical about pizza, how you can't really compare all pizzas. Like, you can't compare fast food pizza to mom and pop pizza to, Chicago deep dish, to New York style, to all of those. They each stand on their own. Locally, we have something that's known as bar pizza. Maybe you have it where you are, and maybe it's something totally different. They also have Old Forge style pizza, which everyone in Old Forge will insist is famous worldwide, but no one's usually heard of. Handful of people have. But it's square pizza. They put American cheese on it. The sauce has almost no herbs or seasonings. It's very bleh. People love it around here. They love it. They compare other pizzas to that.
I don't like it.
No, Mark doesn't like it very much. And Mark's from out of the area, so he didn't grow up with it as being posited as normal. So, but anyway, what is the best pizza? They thought maybe they'll go to New York and go try it out. So she said in this video, again, they're having a good weekend. She didn't put any videos out. She was so immersed in YouTube that it's nice to go have her nice normal life off YouTube with friends, family, what have you. That's a nice thing to have, normal. It was nice today. My parents came by and they hung out for like an hour, and we went through some old photos. They had baby photos of me. They had like all this other stuff. They had brought some food by, some coffee, like other cool things, and it was nice to hang out. And my parents do watch our videos, and it was, no, they wouldn't be on camera. We've tried. They won't do it. They had masks on and said hello in one video. That's as far as we could get them to go. But it was nice to do something not YouTube related, because, Mark and I both work, and then YouTube's kind of in the off time, but by the time you film and edit and post, it chews up a lot of our day. So it is fun to do stuff that's not related to YouTube, too. She said, but she missed doing it. That she loves doing YouTube. I've heard her say otherwise often during angry rants, that she hates it and she wouldn't do it if she didn't have to. So she's in the middle of eating. So here's the pizza box. Here's Coldy, right about here. And then the pizza box is here. And then there's the cat, and here's Pete's over here. And here she is. And she says, "This is our family." And I thought, that is so... it's so sad and so beautiful at the same time. Like, love makes a family, so okay. That's your family, that's cool. No, I guess I'll leave that where it is. I guess that's okay. I don't know. It's not... families look so weird nowadays anymore anyway. So, cats, Pete's, empty pizza box, and a coldie. Family. And then she had a few things that sounded like she was just begging to be trolled. If I don't eat all day, I can eat a lot in one sitting. And I'm full, but not overly full, because there wasn't that much cheese on the pizza. She does that shit at the end of every mukbang. She always tries to backpedal a little and be like, oh, it was turkey pepperoni on that extra large pizza I ate. Like, there's always some... You don't need to... We just watched you eat all that food. You don't have to backpedal. For our sake. You know, you don't need to clear your conscience after doing that. That's on you. That's okay. Next, best Thai and Vietnamese food mukbang. Now, in the first 20 seconds, she says, I'm on a diet. Her words. I'm on a diet, so I decided to eat Thai Vietnamese food. So this diet was not announced, there was no announcement video, it was just, I guess, in the spirit of her saying she's doing things off YouTube that we don't know to help manage her health. So apparently that's what's going on. She ordered healthier things for it to be takeout. It still was probably enough food for 3 people, but she didn't finish it. You know, she got some rice, the mango salad, which looked fantastic. Tom yum soup, grilled chicken rolls, like, on the healthier side. Those basil noodles looked good. They didn't look light, but they looked good. So, and again, it kind of doesn't really matter, you know, certainly it looked like higher quality food than, let's say, 7 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. But high volume eating, also, depending on the food quality, it might not matter. I mean, if you eat, you know, 50 to 60 oranges a day, you know, all I eat are oranges. Well, you're still going to gain weight if you eat 50 or 60 of anything, probably. So, it's a true mukbang. She's just talking, and then randomly asking questions, padding for time, that kind of stuff. She says it's just one of those days today, that she looks like shit and watched horror movies all day. That happens. That's okay. That she's probably doing a vlog the next day, and there's a vlog coming up, where she's going to go to HomeSense, which is kind of like Home Goods here, I guess. She mentions her jaw clicking again, pink wig, and she said she's not good at decorating. And if you've looked at her house, she's not. It's very white, carpeted, white walls, not much going on. And I'm not mad at her because I don't decorate. Anything you've seen, this is Mark. This is all Mark. All this. And everything on the other side that you don't see, that's Mark too. I would be sitting here on a futon, staring at a TV on a box on the floor, probably, with a wireless router sitting around. So he handles that. It's not my knack either. I'm guessing since their house is kind of bare, it's not really Pete's either. But so it goes. She still plans to do more of the around the world and the period pieces, where like she goes to a decade and eats that food, and I thought those were kind of cool, because it was something different. I mean, if you're going to eat on camera because you're a mukbang channel, so you're going to eat on camera. But for something a little different, it was nice. Something for a change. You know, it wasn't just the mukbanginess that sucked people into it. It wasn't just, I want to watch this to hear her chew and watch the food fall down her face and chomp, chomp, chomp. It was, let's hear about the food that was being eaten then. Let's see what the costuming was like, even though the costuming was off on the 20th one. Just to check it out. It was something different. It was a little bit of more effort put into it. And I'm a viewer of hers. I watch all of her videos. I probably watch more of her videos than people that call themselves fans. Nobody else takes notes like I do either. So, haters or otherwise. At any rate, sometimes she says she's in a hyper mood, her silly self, and then there's days like this where her mood is very low. It depends. Now, I can relate to that. I have bipolar type 1. There's a couple types. I have bipolar 1. And with medication and treatment and lifestyle changes and all that stuff, most of the time I'm fine. Now, when I'm sick, I deal with being sick. I was sick earlier this year around February. I ended up in the hospital for a few days. There's a video about that, too. But things happen sometimes. So I don't always know what I'm waking up to on a given day. I might wake up feeling like the world is not worth seeing and my life is not worth living, and then berate myself into the shower, and by the time I get out, I'm dancing into my clothes. So some days are kind of like that. She's expressing the same sort of thing. Now, she says that she is under the care of a doctor. She mentions taking medication in the context of that helping with her mood or her mental health. But if she's still having symptoms like this, if she wants to try to manage them with some lifestyle changes, and she talks a lot about sleep, trying to modify that, and having a lot of challenges with it. So it sounds like she's trying to do something. But if the something isn't working, it doesn't mean accept a bad situation because the thing I tried didn't work. Maybe try something else. You know, maybe try something a little bit different. I love mood stabilizers. They've been very good to me. So it's just something to, if it's debilitating, you know, something to think about. To talk with your doctor. I'm not your doctor. Your doctor knows your history, and your doctor would maybe have different ideas. So going on, this video is just padded for time. After she gets done eating, which was relatively quick, she didn't finish. She just finished eating quick. She didn't finish all the food. She's done just talking. What's on Netflix? What's your guys' favorite herb? New shows. It's only 11 a.m. here.
Was I the only one that thought that was odd? What's your favorite herb?
It was a total non sequitur that she skipped right over immediately after. She didn't even have time. She didn't even answer it herself. She didn't even answer it herself. And upon reflection, I don't even know if I have a favorite herb. It feels disrespectful to the others. Feels rude to the others. I don't know. At any rate, again, her sleep schedule, she said she's trying to get better. I look high, but I'm not. I'm just tired. I need 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. The last 12 minutes of her video is just mostly chatter, pretty much. So, oh, by the way, we're going to take a brief intermission for a second because we're going to have a little snack of our own. Now, my parents came by today, and they like a deal, like I like a deal. So we have one of those discount grocery stores near us where it's like overstock, or maybe the pallet was jacked up, so the products get marked down, like severely marked down, or sometimes they're a little expired. And my parents watch my videos, and of course they watch Coffee Talk too, and they were able to find these.
That's so cool.
Extreme beans. Pickled beans! I know, if only I could have a Caesar. I'd be so up for it. Made in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. Made in Canada from domestic and imported ingredients. So we're gonna... We might try one.
You need a man to do it here?
I need a man to do it.
Okay. I'll go find one. I'll be back.
I was like, don't you have RA? How the hell we got... I'm glad I got it started for him. Thank you. These smell different. Mark, do you want one?
No, I don't think I do.
Beat a bite. I say shh.
Oh, that's it.
These aren't bad. I don't think I'll finish it, but they're not bad. They're very pickly.
No, I'll pass, thank you.
They're very vinegary, too. Wow. Holy pucker, Batman.
Maybe as a condiment with, like, you know, like a little accent with, like, a sandwich.
It's
or
like
something?
hot, like a pepperoncini. Like that kind of hot. I don't know. She likes it hot, so I guess they'd be a good match for her. So then she went to Home Sense and Pennington's for a haul. So again, cats are in the intro. Now at this point, Mark kind of suggested that maybe what she does all day when she's up during the day is lay in bed all day and pet her cats and watch Netflix. Now, if I had a job where I worked from home, well, I do work from home now, but I need to be available for 8 hours at a certain clip, 5 days a week. So even though I'm working from home, it's not like I can pick which hours I work. She's in a different spot. She can pick which time she works, generally. Maybe she has a schedule with the time she releases her videos, but otherwise, she can kind of do what she wants. So, would I be jealous of someone who could lay in bed all day and pet their cat and watch Netflix? You think I would say yes, but this is what it amounts to. So, I don't know. So, in the vlog, she's getting ready, putting her makeup on. She's still in a funk, forcing herself to go through the motions. Then we get off on a little side note, and this is where I had some thoughts. And I'm not saying conclusions, I'm saying some thoughts. So, she was talking about knowing your limits as a person who has a mental health issue. So, after not hearing about any of this for a long time, meds come up, and then knowing your limits as a person with a mental health issue. She said knowing herself as a person. And people, so now we're pointing at you, people need to realize you need to be easy on yourself and forgiving of yourself. Being mean, like, I get that, because like I said, some mornings I have to berate myself out of bed. It's not like, good morning, let's join the day. I'm not a day person either, but for me, life happens during the day. You know, I don't have skills that would be financially beneficial that involve working overnight. I don't have any skills that happen during the nighttime that are worth any money. Get it out of the gutter. So, seriously, I don't. So when she's talking about that, it goes to the little preachy, which she does, and I get a little preachy, so I'm, you know, whatever. But she's like, I had to reschedule some things, and it just made me feel better. And I'm thinking, she must have had a full plate, needed to reschedule stuff, and used mental illness as a reason to do it. Because otherwise, why would there be this sudden need to express that recognizing our limitations as individuals with mental health concerns is important, and we need to take care of ourselves? There is a very fine line that I've crossed a lot. So again, no holier than thou here. There's a very fine line between self-care, which is important, and self-indulgence, which is quite different. Sorry. So at any rate, the self-indulgent little bit is, you know, I'm taking care of myself, I'm nurturing myself by not pushing myself too hard. And so maybe tomorrow will be the day that I start with healthier eating and sleeping. And just pushing things off in that way. Coddling. Self-coddling isn't something that's very useful, I don't think. And then we tend to say, like, selfish sort of things, too, like, you know what, I'm gonna put myself first for a change. Ain't no change! You put yourself first for a very long time. Very long time. But, and I say this as one struggling person to another, you know, I don't say this out of just finger shaking, but I've been down some of the roads that I think Chantal is on at the moment, and the kind of ego-bursting lessons that I think come along the way with that, if they confront her, are going to be... I mean, I think Chantal is not an evil person. I think she's a decent person with a decent amount of problems, and I think she shies away from tackling them because she thinks they make her special. I don't know. But, if she runs into some of those ego-deflating sort of issues, I think it would maybe knock her down a peg or two in certain areas of her life where she needs it. She's not across the board obnoxious, but in a couple areas it might help her out a shred, you know. So, at home sense, she buys decor, and then she gets some clothes from Pennington's. Now, the decor, for someone who doesn't like decor, I thought she did a good job. It's kind of stuff I would buy. It wasn't, she didn't break the bank buying it, but she didn't go super cheap. She got stuff I thought was tasteful. It was the kind of stuff I think I would buy. So, if I have shitty taste, so does she, I guess. But I thought it was okay. The pumpkin was cool. The Halloween-y snow globe with the music I thought was very cool. Yeah, so I had no issue with that. Now at Pennington's, she bought some clothes. I guess they sell plus-size clothes. She's a 4X. I don't know my plus sizes too well. She bought a blouse, denim jacket that doesn't button, but when she loses some weight, who hasn't said that? I'm not going to throw a rock at her for that. Who hasn't said, if I lose some weight, this'll fit?
That'll be me!
Yeah. I think I said it today about something I tried on. So, some sleep shirts she had. Now, here's the thing. Okay. She had a shirt, and this is going to be a little bit longer video, I'm sorry. She held up a shirt, and she's a large woman, and it's a 4X shirt, so when she held it up, it looked very big. Now, is it shaming someone to acknowledge that a shirt is very big? No, but it is an anomaly. It is something different. Most people don't wear a 4X, so it stands out. The eye catches it. Most shirts don't have as much fabric as a wedding dress, so you notice it. And in a haul, it stood out. The clothes looked cute. I thought cute. The jean jacket looked cute, and I thought it fit, and honestly, I don't think if you need to button it, I don't think buttoned-up jean jackets look like anything special. She bought some hair clips, and a sleep mask. And then first time trying Popeye's chicken sandwich, and she's in a bad mood again. And she orders the chicken sandwich, biscuit, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and fries. So we're having a nice little diabetic Fantasia. And she said it's not her favorite chicken sandwich. It just isn't. Then she lists off like Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Wendy's, and the other ones. And then we're back to her shitty mood again. So her self-defined shitty mood. Back on medication. And she's kind of realized that she's just not a day person. She's trying to reverse her sleep cycle and get on her circadian rhythms and all that stuff. And she just can't do it. And she says maybe she should just accept the situation as it is, that she's just not normal in that way. Because she's miserable during the day, according to her. And she says, I hate doing anything that makes me normal. Now, it's one thing to march to your own drummer. I'm a bit of a black sheep myself. There's another to just be a contrarian. Or to, just, well, I don't want to do that. I'm not mainstream. I'm not a sheeple. That kind of thing. To the point where you'd even be hurting yourself to spite other people. It can take that long kind of extreme, I think. She said she has really bad anxiety during the day. That sounds like some antisocial stuff, and that, the nighttime makes her feel calm. It's all good if you're like a night person and don't want to, you don't dig the daytime, but you shouldn't be afraid of it. It's one thing if you just prefer to be up and like the nightlife, but you shouldn't be scared and anxious to go out in the day. Like, talk to your doctor. Talk to yourself. Talk to Pete's. Sort it out. And then she says, maybe I'm putting pressure on myself trying to be a day person. Nothing wrong with being not normal. No, there's nothing wrong with being not normal. Unless you conflate that to include all sorts of shitty behavior and try to put it under the umbrella of being nonconformist. Okay. So, that's pretty much where we left off. There was no videos after that. So, what have we learned? What is the takeaway? Well, she's laying low, I think. She's taking some time off. I don't imagine you need 3 days to plan Vlogtober, but maybe she is. I do think it's deliberate to let things cool. Because in YouTube time, something happens 3 days ago and it's like over. So, it seems like 1,000 years ago for probably some of us that it even was an issue that Charlie Gold was called Charlie Cole. It's still fresh in some people's minds, I'm sure. But, for now, that's come and gone. And then another week's come and gone. So it'll be a while until there's another racist comment. I mean, I think it was 6 to 9 months from the last one. So, I don't know. What does that put us into? Next summer, maybe, before there's another one? We'll see. I'm here for it. 4 videos, 8 videos, 10 videos, hate videos, mukbangs. I'm here for it. I hope you are too. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe. Hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Twitter. Our handle is at SmokeySteveA. Our email address and our contact info is all listed down below as well. Thank you again, and we will be going live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're around, feel free to come by and say howdy. We're usually up for an hour, sometimes a little bit longer. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye, Mark. Everybody.